This is a story of my trip to Pakistan in September 2011. In June of 2010, I embarked on one of the greatest trips of my life. My plan was to ride my bicycle from Sweden to India. By the time I had arrived in Pakistan, I had already covered 23,000 kilometers. There are only two roads in the world from Asia into South Asia, one through Tibet into Nepal and the other from China into Pakistan. My plan was to cycle the Karakoram Highway, the eighth wonder of the world. Unfortunately, the Chinese do not allow people to cycle across the world's highest border point at Punjab Pass. I was forced to take the bus. At least I had met some great travel companions, Erwan Grossman and Nico Cross.
So tell me, Nico, how does it finally feel to be on the bus to Pakistan?
Exciting.
Yeah?
It's a release of pressure and I don't know what to say, but I'm really happy when I'm in Pakistan. And it took over a week to reach this point, to pass this point here at the border. And now we finally made it.
Erwan and Nico would take the bus. I would ride my bike. Fortunately, the bus didn't go much faster than the bike.
Finally cycling the KKH. First day cycling in Pakistan and the weather is finally cleared up.
South of Passu, there exists a new lake in the valley. In 2008, a landslide blocked the Hunza River, forming a new lake called the Gulja Lake. This lake can only be crossed by boat. We made our way south and stopped in Karimabad, arguably one of the nicest places on earth. For several weeks, we hiked in the Karakoram Mountains. This little gem sits on the Continental Divide, with some of the world's highest peaks nearby. We started with a short 2-day hike up to Altar Base Camp. This hike is popular for the few tourists that pass. The construction of this road is just marvelous. Really scenic walk. And a hell of a drop. From Altar Meadows, we can see the peak of Duran, 7,300 meters high. Duran is connected to Rakapushi, the 27th highest peak in the world. It has killed half the people who have tried to climb it. Later in the week, we took another hike up to the base camp of Rakapushi. What we saw was absolutely stunning. Oh, there's a bigger cloud now. It could come down. As soon as we got back from Rakapushi, we knew we were ready to leave for the next hike over Pecora Pass. This hike required a lot more preparation. It was to take 5 days, covering 47 kilometers over a 5,000-meter pass.
What a beautiful place. This is where we camped last night. Assalamu alaikum.
On the way up the pass, we were overtaken by a herd of yaks. As the shepherds showed up, we joked about herding the yaks for them. Much to our surprise, they gave us their herding sticks and stopped to smoke a cigarette. So we herded their yaks.
So here are Erwan and Nico herding yaks in rural Pakistan. Never thought I would see this day. Still herding yaks. Hello, yak herders.
Yeah, we were just thinking that how the people live here in this country is pretty much the backup system of our Western society, of our very fragile Western society, because when our system breaks down and we don't have any food anymore, then we can go in these countries and these people still know how to survive with any oil, electricity or anything else. They have the goats. now we split, and you are going where it's really cold, and we are going where it's
Really warm.
hopefully a bit warmer. In Islamabad.
Yeah. After the three of us had split ways, I continued on my bicycle to Skardu. There I would meet up with another German cyclist, Sebastian Schindelbauer. We decided we would not pass up on the opportunity to cycle across the world's second highest plateau, the Deosai, the land of giants. I made my way to Skardu on what was a very narrow piece of pavement. There's really nothing better than waking up and having a morning like this. Beautiful sunshine out, nice road. That's a little wild, bit of a lucky driver. Could have been a bit of a fall down. Lucky he didn't fall into the river. So, here we are at Hotel Deosai, just at the very top of the Deosai Plateau at 4,000 meters. And we spent last night here. So how do you feel about leaving home?
Home?
Yeah, this place.
Back on the street again, on the road.
So finally at the top of the Deosai, with a little excruciating 2.5 kilometer climb up in the snow. So now we're at, what altitude are we at? 4,000?
4,170.
And things are starting to get a little cogged up. So here we are, stuck at a river in the Deosai, because the road that comes down here goes through the water. The bridge hasn't been finished yet, but it's only like 5 above, and that water is very, very cold. Pure, unadulterated comedy. Insanity. That's my friend Sebastian over there. Particularly what happens every time you stop in Pakistan. Always get an audience.
Yeah. 16 months and 13 days on the road. My cycling trip has come to an abrupt end. I went into a pothole that was covered with water, and it was probably 30 centimeters deep. And I destroyed my frame, my front wheel, my fork, and my leg. Sitting in a Pakistani truck catching a ride to the next town. And now I have to go to the hospital and get x-rays.
I'm on my way to the hospital for the second time. We've run out of gas. So that right there is my broken frame, the damage, the force of impact, push the wheel back. I packed everything up only to find that it would be unpacked prior to shipping in search for drugs. There is comedy in watching these Pakistani men smell everything I own for drugs. Finally, I'm on my way home.